This is Kathy Beal of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of August 7th, 2017. Anyone remember Hunter S. Thompson, a writer with a really renegade personality? He inspired the character of Uncle Duke in Doonesbury. A phrase of his comes to mind this week. When the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. This is one complicated mix of energies. In the last couple of months, a lot of people have been saying, just when I think I can't possibly be shocked anymore, something happens that shocks me. Just when I think it can't possibly get any crazier, it gets crazier. I think we hit peak crazy this week. And by the end of it, we find where our feet can be firmly planted on the ground, where we can be firm and solid no matter what is blowing around us. The week starts with the second eclipse of the year, a lunar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius. It's coming with the usual mix of revelations, seeing things in a different light, stuff coming out of the woodwork, gigantic ahas, so that's what was going on. Emotions hitting overload, the lights going out, chapters ending, doors slamming, quick changes of heart. This is not a one-day event, this is not a one-week event. Likely we are going to be dealing with the energies of this full moon lunar eclipse into February. It's all part of the process of figuring out who our group is, who we belong with, who our traveling party is, where we can let our true nature come out and play. So step out of the madness, lift your eyebrow a la Mr. Spock, and as much as possible, react to whatever is going on around you with a quiet, fascinating. Relationships are in for an upgrade with all of this. You may well find openings for conversations that are sweet and meaningful and heartfelt and build bridges between you and another person, at the same time that your own opportunities for expanding your light and life and living on a much broader scale are increasing exponentially. So it's like it goes hand in hand. You are more comfortable in yourself. You are around the people or the person who gets you. You show more of your true self. Doors open for the real you, and people around you applaud the real you and want to be around the real you. The end of the week brings a lovely, lovely flow between the two gods of love, Venus and Neptune, mortal and higher. This could bring tremendous inspiration. If you are a creative person, the outpouring could just be amazing. And some of those relationship blossomings could lead to beautiful, tender moments where you feel a level of love and connection that just seems like a moment outside of time or heaven on earth. And while you're drifting off in the clouds, finding your vision very, very rosy indeed, do keep your eye on the ground and where your feet are, because, as if this weren't all enough, Mercury stations retrograde that same day on August 12th. Mercury is retrograding in the sign of Virgo, one of his home bases. Virgo, incredibly concrete, detail-oriented, loves to make things better, analyze, chew. Add to this that the higher version of Mercury, Uranus, went retrograde at the end of last week, which is the reason for the epidemic of technological problems that had so many people sending me messages asking if Mercury had already gone retrograde. If there is any communication system in your life that is flawed, this retrograde is going to stress it and bring it to your attention. That goes for computer devices, phones, cars, subway, other forms of public transportation. It also goes for patterns of communication. As always, do not assume that just because you and somebody else are using the same words, that you attach the same meanings to them. Dictionaries could be vastly different. Question, ask, don't make assumptions, talk things through, go back over old business. This is excellent time to organize, get things in order, repair, go through your papers, throw things out, set them up differently, come up with more efficient systems. And look at everything that transpires this week. The stuff that bubbles up inside of you, the revelations that fall in front of you, the changes of heart that you observe, the acting out, the inner children running amok, the doorways, the bridges, the bliss, the communication snarls. Look at all of it from the perspective of, how can I take command of my life? What can I control in my life? And then do it. You're putting your anchor within yourself to whatever extent is feasible. And this is going to be your grounding, your still point, so that you can regain your balance no matter what is going on out in the world. And part of that involves pacing yourself, going easy on yourself, allowing yourself to rest. You're not making it up. A lot of really crazy stuff is going on and is going to continue to go on. You find your point of stillness and sanity inside yourself and hang on to it. And part of that involves your own moral compass. Homing thought of the week, keep my eye on my North Star. Song of the week, always look on the bright side of life. Monty Python song. Image of the week, I have 2 fireworks exploding and forming a picture in the sky. And a punching bag clown. You punch him and he falls to the floor and then whoop, comes right back up. You can find a lot more information about all of this on my site, empowermentunlimited.net. First of all, in my forecast for the Aquarius full moon lunar eclipse, in my forecast for the month of August, in my talk, The Great American Eclipse and You, which will be available on demand as the week begins. Go to the calendar page on my site to find it. And also in my guide, Handling Mercury Retrograde in 2017, which is at omtimes.com. There's also a link to it in the articles section at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. Talk to you next week.